Assignment 3 discussion board, integration of technology. First question, in your opinion, how important is it to integrate technology into the curriculum and why? I think infusing technology into the curriculum is a necessity in today's society. We have come to know our students are digital natives. They are surrounded on a daily basis with technology, whether it's coming from phones, gaming systems, music, or TV shows. They live in a technology area. I think that we have to move from textbooks and worksheets to online collaboration and content creating, not only to keep our students engaged, but be connected with them, make them self-sufficient in an ever-changing and updating world. As it mentions in Chapter 8, being literate in today's society also means understanding digital media and new and emerging technologies. I think it's important that our curriculum involves teaching students the basic standards. Not only the basic standards, but the standards need to involve showing them how to use this knowledge in authentic real-world experiences, especially with how much access they have at their fingertips. I think that Jacobs hits the nail on the head when he says students in today's schools can access all the information they need to know, but they have to know how to ask those right questions, which I think is really important, because even though students think that they know everything about technology because they've grown up with it, they don't know anything different, they don't always know exactly the right way of how to use it. So in my opinion, it's not how important it is to integrate it, it's how we can start implementing the technology in our classroom. Which leads to the next question. What is the biggest barrier associated with integrating technological components into our own practice and into the curriculum? And can this barrier be readily overcome? I think it's obvious what the biggest barriers are. It's going to be resources and knowing the actual resources. You have to have access to the technology. This can be hard if your district isn't one-to-one, or in some cases, in smaller, like rural areas, it's going to be hard to even have a computer in a classroom. Usually you're going to rely on the teacher's computer. So hopefully with grants and the way that the world is changing, that becomes a bigger resource for us to actually have. And if not, maybe just starting out using that teacher's computer, even if students are kind of rotating through that. Second, the one that I think is the greater barrier is teachers and educational leaders being uncomfortable with the idea that their students will know better than they do when it comes to using the technology. I think as a leader in the classroom, we have this societal fear that we can't let our students see us make a mistake and have a learning curve, especially over something like technology, because it's something that our students are really familiar with. So I think it's okay to accept that not only it's okay for us to make a mistake in front of our students, but letting our students help teach us. I think that can be really empowering to them. And adding technology not only lets us connect to our students, but it allows our students to be interactive with the lesson. I've had technology in my classroom, and we've used it a few times throughout this year, and that yes, there's been issues, but the times where students are able to say, oh, we can do this, this, and this, I mean, not only are they that much more engaged in the lesson, but they feel a part of the lesson. If our students know how to do something that we don't, then let them collaborate with us to improve it. This uncomfortable change can easily be overcome. It requires flexibility, being uncomfortable, and adapting what and how we teach. But if our ultimate goal is for students to be self-directed in their learning, then we have to be able to shift from giving information and just talking at them to creating the need for our students to be able to collaborate with us on finding the information. I think that's going to be the ultimate success in the end, is when we are actually working with our students and not making them work for us. I think that's when we're going to see the biggest results. Thanks.